Let's talk some sports, baby.
Taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by
And remember, make tomorrow better than today, and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. We gonna holler at you until next time, baby.
So speaking of The Last Dance, let's close the night with some recent comments by Draymond Green on the subject of the documentary. The first episode of The Last Dance focuses a lot on how the 97 season for the Bulls did look like the end, even as far as the GM telling the team that Coach Phil Jackson was out after the year, which was likely to break him up. Draymond Green discussed on the Interrupted's after-party show on Monday that he saw a similar issue with, quote, addressing the elephant in the room regarding his Warriors team. Green said unlike the Bulls, who clearly addressed the future of the team, the Warriors and Kevin Durant didn't do the same regarding Durant's contract status. So, Drink, what do you make of Green's comments?
Well, look, here's the deal. Draymond is a good message, but just coming from the wrong person, I think. I don't like the message. Here's the deal. You went out there, you crying in your car, you needed his help, you elicited his help, and then you want to get mad because he's not all the way bought in. So the way I look at it is like this. Draymond Green confirmed what we all knew. We knew this clip I'm showing at this game right here, when he called him, the B word, called him out of his name because KD wanted the ball and Draymond do some old slip and slide Rudy Tooty down in the paint instead of passing him the ball.
Tragic Bronson.
You know what I mean? Old water slide in the summer. And we knew that this was a problem. Everybody said it was a problem. No, Golden State says, oh, no, we all good. Yeah, we all good. Well, listen, between the issues that KD was having with the Golden State fans saying that, hey, I think the fans are over here kissing Steph butt at my expense. What he was saying was he comes here, he gives them 2 more rings, and all of a sudden you want to still elevate Steph over me. Well, what are you talking about? Here's the deal, KD. Let me help you a little bit. When a player gets drafted by a team, and that team goes from mediocrity to the top, the very top, yes, the fans tend to have a little more love for that player. That player is homegrown. This is like Michael Jordan going to the Bulls, and then you brought in Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr was feeling like, oh, man, this bull crap, they love Michael so much. And, I hit some big shots, and now he's getting the love on my back.
Hey, what about another comparison that is probably a little better than that one? What about the Miami Heat when LeBron came over? You don't think Dwayne Wade was still more beloved? Okay, my bad.
I was gonna get to that. It's called elevation. I was gonna work to it. Either way,
my bad.
So both of those examples are correct though. So my point was, I was gonna say KD needs to take a page out of LeBron's book, because LeBron knew that he was the better player, but he also knew that Dwayne Wade was drafted to the team. They called him Wade County. They didn't call it James County. They called it Wade County. So at some point, when you decide to leave the team that drafted you and you decide to go to someone else's team, it is what it is. You're there for a specific reason. LeBron went to Miami to do what? Win rings. KD went to Golden State to do what? Win rings. So what are you so upset about? That they love Steph, that they love Clay, that they love Draymond. That is what fans do. They was invested in those guys. What are you so mad about? You're still the best player on the planet. You still got 2 final MVPs. You got 2 rings. You got what you wanted. But you want everybody to love you. Oh, by the way, you just made this journey up to Brooklyn, and guess who they love up there? It ain't you, buddy. It's Kyrie. That's Kyrie's team. Whether you want to think of it or not, Kyrie grew up in the New Jersey area. He was a Nets fan before they moved over to Brooklyn. He was a New Jersey Nets fan. That's why Kyrie went to the Nets. And then Kyrie talked KD to come up there and join them so they can get something done. So he's going to run into the same situation when they get success up there, because they're gonna go with the homegrown guy. They're gonna be like, oh, Kyrie, yeah. And KD's gonna be the best player, and he's not gonna get love. And this is the problem with mobility in today's NBA. When you move around, it's very hard for fans to embrace you. That is what LeBron is dealing with. He got love in Cleveland. He left. Then he came back to Cleveland, got them that first title. So he smoothed everything over with Cleveland. Now he's with the Lakers. You seen what that Laker crowd looked like when he passed up Michael Jordan for the all-time scoring record. That crowd was so uninterested, I thought a hockey game was on. Like, they didn't give a rip that LeBron James broke that record. They didn't. Why? Because they just think there's a pit stop for him and he's going to keep going somewhere else. And that's how fans work. So, listen, at the end of the day, all Draymond did was let us know what put the nail in the coffin between the relationship of KD and Golden State. Point blank, period.
Yeah, it's definitely the parallels Draymond Green is talking about here. I think it's an interesting compare and contrast, because you look at the Bulls and what happened. Everyone seemed to be, pretty direct and upfront with what was going on if you're paying attention. We already talked about Jerry Krause saying, yeah, this is Phil Jackson's last year. And then, the next move with that is Michael Jordan saying, well, if Phil ain't coaching, I'm not playing here. So you kind of knew that kind of set the stage. And if you can, read between the lines at all, you knew the 97-98 Bulls, that was going to be it. It is different in the case of the Warriors that we just saw in the past year. Have a bad year with the injuries and the free agency and all these other things. And I look at how the Bulls handled things, and you can disagree with the decisions that were made by Jerry Krause, but at least people knew what the deal was. And I mean, you could still have the media asking questions about it, but I mean, in the end, the question should have already been answered. In this sense, and Draymond alluded to it, I mean, Draymond got asked about his contract, day after day. Klay Thompson's dealing with the same thing, and all because we don't know what's going on with Kevin Durant. Now, it's not Kevin Durant's responsibility. He doesn't have to tell us what's going on, but it would be much less of a distraction to the team, and the players could perhaps be a little bit more focused, and there wouldn't be all this infighting between Draymond and KD if you would just be upfront with people. Because, I mean, did KD know 100% that he was going to leave right away? Probably not, but as time went along, and especially after that spat we're talking about that happened in game, I think that was one of the points that definitely said, yeah, this is probably a wrap. So why not just say, you could, to me, it seems that if Kevin Durant made a statement that's saying, yeah, this is it, I'm gonna leave, I'm not gonna re-up, I'm gonna finish out my contract here, but while I'm here, I'm gonna play this game with this team to the best of my ability, and let's go win us one more ring here. I don't see the real issue with that. Maybe you can enlighten me on that, but I mean, when it's all said and done, I really don't have no problem with Draymond Green and what he said. I think it's just it's the type of person he is. He's very upfront. He's very direct. You ask Draymond a question, you're gonna get a response. And that's another criticism he had at KD. Kevin Durant is really the reason that we're getting all these questions about our contracts and all these different things. And I mean, he's not really addressing it. So now it's falling on us to answer the questions, and we can't even give you an answer about him, because we don't know. So, I mean, I think it's I definitely see the parallels of where he's coming from. Although the Warriors, they never had a three-peat, and their collection of talent, you would think if you put the amount of talent the Warriors had and the Bulls had, you would think the Warriors would be the team with the three-peat.
Hold on, Cody. Let me slide back in here right quick. Look, here's the deal, though. You knew what you was getting when you came in. And like you said, Draymond Green is not wrong with the stance he took. But at the end of the day, I don't owe you anything. I came here to help you win rings. That's what I came here for. You lost to LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, and the rest. You called me and asked for my services. I'm a hired assassin. That's what I'm here for, to kill the other team. I don't need to tell you when I'm leaving. I leave when I leave. You lost the opportunity for me to be open to you when you called me out of my name, to be perfectly honest with you. Why would you have me here, and then when I want the ball to close the game, you decide, oh, we was winning before you. Well, why in the hell did you call me then? If you felt that way, why did you call me? You called me because you knew what I was going to do to LeBron. You felt like you wasn't going to beat LeBron again without my services, and I gave you my services. Where I go next is where I go next. I would let you know when I let the rest of the world know with this press conference. But I felt like, yes, he could have gave them the heads up, but Draymond Green burnt that bridge. That's why they tell you, do not burn a bridge because you might need it one day. And KD felt, I don't have to tell you anything. I'm not telling you anything. Hell, this is the same KD that signed with Brooklyn and didn't even tell their ownership he was going to sign with them. So clearly, he's not one to let those thoughts, float around. He might have also thought if he had said something too early, it was going to leak out in this social media world of ours now, that it was going to leak out. He already had all these rumors buzzing, and he didn't want to add to the buzz anymore because it seemed like the media really gets under his skin. So that I from that standpoint, I'm listening to KD. I'm like, hey, I came and did my job. I don't owe you anything. You can miss me with that crap.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, I know Green has some kind of point to be made here. The comparison is not without merit. But like y'all said, like when Kevin Durant showed up to the Warriors, we knew exactly what was going on, and we knew that wasn't going to be able to last. I mean, much like the end of the run with the Bulls and the coming up of Pippen needing to be paid, Jordan obviously going to command, he can just throw out a number and he's going to get paid it. The team wasn't going to be able to sustain that kind of players together, right? I mean, we already saw how much the Warriors had to sacrifice just to put these three on the team for a year or two, or really, I guess it was 3 years in total, but we all knew the writing on the wall. With Curry's supermax extension, they could kind of work under the numbers for a year, but we know the salary cap's coming, the luxury tax, the repeater tax is coming. Like, I don't think there was a lot of thought that, what was Kevin Durant going to say? Yeah, I'm going to sign my own max, and it's going to be me, Curry, and Thompson, and then nobody else. Like, we're going to fire everybody else and have a three-man team. Like, you know that everyone knows roughly how the salary cap and how these things work. There shouldn't have been a ton of question marks. I mean, I feel like we probably had a decent anticipation that Kevin Durant wasn't going to be around after the 2018 season. So, and he says it like that was the reason they didn't win, I kind of feel like. But you won back-to-back, and then you probably would have beat the Raptors if Kevin Durant doesn't get hurt and rupture his Achilles. So I don't – you know what I mean? I'm just having a hard time, like, Draymond's making this out to be, like, the reason that we were different than the Bulls, where it's like, I think it was just injuries, man. I'm pretty sure you would have took care of the Raptors if you had to, if it wasn't for that. So, in the end of the day, Draymond, like, this is your job. You get paid millions of dollars, and dealing with the media is part of it. So, you should be able to handle a little distraction and just go, hey, it's Kevin. I don't know. I'm here for me. I know we like this team. We want to keep it together. We're all homegrown draft talent, and as long as we can play together, I'd love it. But you're not obligated to go make answers for him. It's just is what it is. Say, hey, go talk to Kevin about that. That's not my thing. Even if you say it every day, you're getting paid millions of dollars. Just do it. It's not hard.